Article 35A, which creates an exception in 3 areas. Employment under the state government, 2, acquisition of removable property, 3, settlement in the state, leave aside scholarships. So though part 3 is made applicable, by the same vein, when you introduce Article 35A, you are taking away the 3 rights, 3 fundamental rights. 16(1), 19,
14.
and 16(1), then you are taking away the right to acquire removable property, which then was a fundamental right under 19(1)(f) and Article 31. And third, settlement in the state, which is a fundamental right under 19(1)(e).
Right.
So though the Constitution expressly made the provisions of Article 19 applicable, which would include these 3 rights, and Article 16, by enacting 35A, you virtually took away the fundamental rights.
Employment is also right to life.
Right, but there's a direct right under 16(1).
Yes. No, employment is a separate right and would fall within separate category of right to life.
No, that itself was not taken away. What was taken away was employment under the state government. Because what 35A did was, it says conferring on such permanent residents any special rights and privileges or imposing upon any other persons, any restrictions. So it does both things. You can give special rights to residents and you can take away that right insofar as non-residents are concerned. Employment under the state government. Employment under the state government is expressly covered by Article 16(1), because 16(1) says there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters relating to employment under the state. That includes the union as well as the states. So while on the one hand, Article 16(1) was preserved, 35A directly took away that fundamental right and granted immunity to any challenge on the ground that it would deprive you of a fundamental right which is protected by 16. Likewise, 19. 19 recognizes the right to reside, settle in any part of the country.
Right to acquire property.
And then, property then was 19.
Now it is 300.
So all 3 fundamental rights were essentially taken away by 35A, which was brought in by CO 48.
It continued till 2019.
Power of judicial review was taken away.
Judicial review was taken. So it is beyond 9th schedule. Almost put at par, beyond 9th schedule also. And this continued till 2019, till the impugned resolution, impugned CO was passed. Therefore, my lord, I am respectfully urging that please look at the matter from the point of view of people of Jammu and Kashmir. Something which is impugned before your lordship is a constitutional exercise of power which confers fundamental rights, which applies the entire constitution, which brings the Jammu and Kashmir people at par with their rest of brothers and sisters, and Lord applies all laws which are welfare legislations, and I have the list which was not applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And the very unfortunate part is, and this is really, my lord, a troubling part, that till now the people were convinced by those, my lord, who were supposed to guide them, that this is not a hindrance in your progress. This is your privilege. You fight. Nobody can take away 370 from you. That is the most unfortunate part. And your lordships have, my lord, at least 2 major political, I'm not being political, major political parties before your lordships defending 370, including 35A. When your lordships ask, what did you lose out of it? There is no list. This is what the people rightly lost. They got their fundamental right, 35A goes. They got their fundamental right, 35C goes. And I will come to, my lord, several other, my lord, provisions which were working against the interest of the people, but they were convinced. Now they have realized what they have lost. Because now, because of 35A not being there, investments are coming. Now, because of, my lord, the law, I'll show, my lord, from the Reorganization Act, because of the policing being now with the center, my lord, tourism has started, Jammu and Kashmir traditionally didn't have much of big industries. They were cottage industries, small industries, etc. Main, Lord, the source of income was tourism. Now tourism has started. By now, Lord, 16 lakh tourists have come. New hotels are coming up, which gives employment generations for the two large number of people, right from Tangawala to Lord, officials. I'll come to that. So,
in a manner of speaking, 35A is not a modification of Article 35. It is a creation of a new article in the Constitution. That's where I'll make it sufficient.
The
It's
scope,
not a modification at all.
the scope of expression, exceptions and modifications
That's right.
will also.
So virtually you created a new article in the
A
Constitution.
new provision.
That's right. It's not a modification.
it's not a modification. Therefore, I respectfully urge 35A is creating a new provision in Constitution of India only to be applied to Jammu and Kashmir.